Hey, welcome everyone to the SoCal Car Scene Podcast, the exclusive place for coverage of car culture in Southern California and the personalities that drive it. I'm your host, Dean Marash. Joining today is Ricardo Lopez, custom car fabricator. But before we get started, I want to let you know that this podcast is brought to you by our great friends at CTEC and Wicked Automotive Detailing. Please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, the SoCal Car Scene, all separate words, because you never want to miss an episode. Hey, let me take a few minutes and introduce you to our awesome guest today, Ricardo Lopez. Ricardo owns and operates Customs by Lopez in Southern California in Los Angeles and makes some of the most incredible custom muscle cars in the world. And I've seen a few, and let me tell you, they're amazing. Ricardo's story is a fascinating one as he immigrated to the U.S. from Mexico in the 90s with his brother to find the American dream, fabricating cars. He started his business in his garage, of course, like many of us, along with his brother in about 2002. He got his AA degree in Automotive Management Administration at Cypress College in SoCal. And as they say, the rest is truly history. Since then, a string of honors and recognition has come his way from the notable shows such as the SEMA's Battle of the Builders, where he featured his car, Hellanor, Good Guys, Best Truck. He won Best of Show for 3 years in a row at the Boyd Coddington Show and Driver's Best Award for his VW Bug back in 2000. What a career. His rides have been featured in 50 plus magazines and numerous covers to go along with that. And hey, Ricardo, thanks so much for joining us on the SoCal Car Scene.
Thank you. Thanks for the invite, Dean. I'm so happy to be here with you guys.
Oh, it's our pleasure, man. So for everybody out there, we got to know each other at quarantine cruise, and every time there's a cruise, I learn a lot more about you, Ricardo, and I'm so stoked with not just your story, but the amazing work that you and your team are doing. But before we get into the work, and we want to check out your shop, everybody wants to see the latest stuff. Let's get a little background on you. And so, if I understand it correctly, you were working for PPG in Mexico, and then at some point you got inspired to move to the States. What was the plan? What was the inspiration? Give us a little background on that. So cool, man.
Well, originally from back in Mexico, this is what we used to do. I grew up in a shop. I'm the third generation in this industry, in this business, and I was a little bit tired of working in cars. So I finished my career, and I promised myself to never work in a shop. So I went and worked for this company, PPG. That was my first job after finished school, and it was pretty fun for 2 years. And then I started traveling to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Dallas, Texas, and I realized the difference between the cars that they get built here in different comparing with Mexico.
Right.
That was my.
So you just wanted to get you some of that, like, there's a significant difference between what they're building and what we're building here. And if you had to say, what's one of the most significant differences?
I'm sorry, Dan.
That's
Got cut
okay.
out.
Hey, so what's this significant difference between the cars, that were being built in Mexico in the time before you moved here and what's being built in the States?
Well, first of all, you don't have the tools. You have to create your own tools. So you have to fabricate your tools, and then you have to fabricate what you want to fabricate.
Wow.
And parts, hard to get them, hard to. Now it's a lot easier because obviously it's easy to ship parts, but back in the days it wasn't. So I think that was one of the toughest things. But when I came here and started realizing, how easy. It sounds easy, but not really easy. But it was a lot of more access to get all your tools, all your parts, all the resources that you need to work on cars, and especially on the custom classics. So that was big. What it was.
Well, big difference. It takes tremendous courage to upend your life and move to another country, and you and your brother pretty much did it together. Any regrets? I mean, my guess is no, but was it an easy decision for you?
It was tough at the beginning, but I don't regret. So
Awesome.
it wasn't easy, but I don't regret.
I'm sure it's hard. The language, the culture, getting started all over again. Let's talk a little bit about your car building style. Now that we understand your story a little better, you and I were talking about this, everybody seems to have a style, their shop. I've looked at some of your amazing car builds. Most recently at that last quarantine cruise, you had your 57, the blue 57 Chevy Truck. You had El Gran Patron, that beautiful Chevelle. How would to me, it looks like a cross between a kind of a pro touring and a street rod or a street muscle car. How would you characterize it?
Well, I think I have to be honest. I get inspired by so many great builders, legends, guys that there put their name up there, and more than their name, the work that they did. So I like custom, simple, kind of smooth, but at the same time, I mean, the most important thing to me, it's the detail, being detailed with the work. But I have to be honest, like I said, recognize that I came here to learn from the big guys, and that's what I've been doing all these years.
But the thing I noticed about your style or your builds like that 57, you were pointing out a few near the tailgate area and around those quarter panels. It's real subtle, but it's very detail oriented. And, the untrained eye wouldn't see that. Is that what you're trying to accomplish? Make these subtle changes that are unique, but just flow so that, they really don't stand out?
Yes, well, definitely. It's something that I can see really easy in some other builders.
Yeah.
They're probably not really stand out, but when you start pointing what we do, I mean, it makes a difference. Some people, like I said, the work is so flawless that you don't really see the details. But that style. I mean, I'm coming from Mexico City. Mexico City, it's a huge city,
Right.
And you see all the newer stuff, the newer cars, same years. That, I mean, whatever is brand new here is brand new there. So I grew up always with the modern industry on cars. So
Right.
I have the idea also playing with the modern and classic.
Yeah, I think what I've noticed lately in the custom car arena, if you will call it that, or muscle cars, or whatever we call this genre that we're in our lives, when we go to quarantine cruise, I'm seeing a lot of paints that are on these, muscle cars from the 60s and 70s, for example, that are paints that are coming off cars over the last 2, 3, 4 years in brand new cars. And I'm seeing the color combinations, not just the color itself, but the wheel and the paint combinations, or the monochromatic look where there's no chrome, for example. It seems like the muscle car custom fab scene takes some of its cues from these brand new cars, like whether it's a C8 Corvette or a Dodge Demon. It's fair to say?
It's I think it's the perspective, how you see it.
Okay.
I support myself sometimes on the newer stuff, like I say. So I guess you can combine both.
Right. No, it makes sense. I know exactly what you're saying, but so hey, you talk about SEMA for a minute. You were in that Battle of the Builders or Battle of the Builds, and you I think you entered the black and yellow Hellanor Mustang, correct?
Yes, that was for the SEMA 360, the virtual show last year.
Right.
So we had a chance to get the car registered for Battle of the Builders, and obviously it was a very tough competition as usual every year. And I mean, I was so surprised when SEMA sent me the email that we were top 40s on the Battle of the Builders.
Wow,
So
what a
that's
recognition.
very big surprise for us.
And so you submitted your car amongst hundreds of candidates, and you guys were top 40. What does that kind of recognition mean to you and your team for your craftsmanship and hard work? It must feel great.
Yeah, definitely. Well, 2019 we were at top 100. I think I was 100.
Right.
It was great. Out of 500 cars. I mean, being
500.
Yeah. So I guess we were like super happy 2019, but this 2020, it was a big impact. My guys, they're very motivated right now. We're not getting ready to compete to go to top 10 right now. No, because we know it's going to be a long way. It's a long process to get there. You know, it's always cheap foods. It's bringing brothers. I mean, the big guys, and my respect for them, you know, but yeah, it was great to hear that. We got the email, like I say, we got so many things that it really motivate my guys, motivate myself, and it was big for us, to be honest. I mean, for where I'm coming from, and be not nominated for top 40, it was a great motivation.
Yeah, what an honor. So you mentioned 2019. Did you entered a car in 2019? Was that the Grand Patron or what?
Yeah, 2019, it was Grand Patron. And it was a car that we built in 6 months. Most of the cars for Battle of the Builders, they take from 2 to 5 years, sometimes 7 years. People build these cars to be in top 10s.
Yeah.
So we did 6 months worth of work to get Grand Patron ready. So we started in March, but I didn't hear from some partners till May. May finally, everybody start sending all the parts down to us, and by November we were done.
Wow,
and like
that's nuts.
Super scary, but we made it.
Congratulations. Well, there's nothing better than to hear from your peers and to be rated that highly amongst your peer group in any profession. But just, you're based on where you came from and your commitment to the art and the craft. I think it's the ultimate compliment. And I'm sure you guys will continue to blow minds at subsequent shows. You got something planned for 2021 SEMA, assuming it's face-to-face or virtual? By then we should hopefully be able to go there. I hope.
Everybody's desperate, waiting for it. But yes, we have Monique, the 56 Chevy step side that we're building. That'll be in honor of my wife. That's something that the guys are very excited about, to have another chance to go Battle the Builders again. Like I said, we're not looking for top 10s or again top 40s, but we definitely enjoy and learn a lot being in that competition.
Yeah. Competition really drives any profession or any art form. I think it's so essential. So Monique, she's kind of semi-famous, and she hasn't even got out of the shop yet. Later on, hopefully we can take a peek at her if you allow us, if that's okay. I don't know if you got to keep her a secret, but maybe you can give us a glimpse.
It's something that we really like to share with everybody. Okay. One of the ways that we start growing our page, we kind of did like our own reality build.
So I met you at the quarantine cruise, and then we were at Huntington Beach last week at the last one. To me, that's the most incredible car show I've ever been a part of. And to me, it blows my mind how fast it's blown up and evolved, and the caliber of the rides that are there. What's your impression? You're going to get Ken, Jason, Hack, and Patrick. What a great job they've done. Thoughts about that incredible show?
Yes, definitely. I think I started going on the third quarantine, and I mentioned to them that they came to save everybody's life. Well, people that it's involved in the car industry or enthusiasts. Uh, from day one, I mean, I told them, I mean, this is big, and it wasn't maybe like 500 cars, and I was thinking already big. I think the fourth, it's where they got over 2,000. Again, I told him, man, this is huge, and I think this is the new era, and I don't know, something great is gonna come out of this quarantine cruises. And but I'm always surprised. I'm always surprised, and especially for the people that it's been coming to the show. You know, the amount of people, and well, sometimes we have some celebrities there, so that's big. That's something really, really nice that they put all together.
Well, I not only appreciate all the diversity of that show, the people coming from LA, San Diego, Orange County, but we get people from NorCal. I mean, people are Bakersfield. It's amazing how wide and broad, the attraction is for people to show off their rides at that event. So I think I just can't wait to see what happens in the future, but hats off to those guys. They've created the best show I've ever been a part of. I got to tell you.
Oh yeah, definitely. It will.
Hey, let me take a minute here and thank one of our awesome sponsors. Are you looking for a smarter way to charge your car's battery? Our friends at SeaTech lead the way in the care and maintenance of vehicle batteries. SeaTech's unparalleled knowledge and continuous investment in innovation means they offer high quality, reliable chargers that are effective, easy to use, and most importantly, safe for the user and their car's electric system. The quality of SeaTech's products make them the trusted company of the world's most recognizable car brands. Get yours today at smartercharger.com and type in the code SoCal, all caps, at checkout and get a 10% discount on all SeaTech products. So, hey, that was just great. Now we've gained for our watchers and our listeners, a great insight into your story, which is awesome. It's an immigrant story, but it's also hard work and just continue to work your craft and look at your success. And I'm sure the future is bright. So we're excited about your future as well as your family, and of course all the guys that are doing all that hard work in the shop. Speaking of the shop, would now be a good time to kind of head out that way and take a look at some of your rides and check those out, or what do you think?
Sure. We have very little amount of cars right now that we're working on, but
okay.
I mean that'll be good enough. And actually, like I say, people can see that we're an actual shop. I mean, everything happening here every day. So, you guys ready?
Let's go, man. I'm ready. I'll speak for the rest of the people. We're pumped up, man.
If I have to flip the camera, hold on.
Yeah, no worries, Sam.
Got it.
That's always the hardest thing to do, right? There you go. You did it, man.
Well, here is the boss office right here,
yeah,
which is my wife.
All the executive decisions are there.
Yes. This is mine. You can see the desk all messy.
Like mine.
And well, here we go.
All right.
Here's a sneak peek of Monique.
Now, tell people how to spell Monique.
It's Monik.
All right.
Let me see if I can get close to the logo.
The Lolo, you look like a power plant. Are you a swap for an LS or something? What the heck?
I'll show you guys the engine in a little bit. That's Monique right there. Like I said, this is an actual shop. We're actually working on it. We got a lot of parts and boxes from Right Tech, which we're swapping the suspension because we're actually doing all the final work. We're gonna go ahead and finish the body work. Let me show you a little bit of. This is something like I show you at the quarantine cruise on the Blue 57 on the steps panels.
Right.
You go back here. Here is the bed. Everything is pre-fitted.
Probably everybody's seeing the, or a lot of the people already seeing the rendering. It's almost getting there. Maybe it's still a few details to make it look like the rendering, but we're working on it.
How many hours do you think you've got in, Monique, already? Fab hours? Any idea, or how many months, or however you gauge it?
I think well, no, I can really think right now, but I don't know. A car like this, it takes about, I mean, with me, I would say about 4,500 to 5,000 hours.
Wow. So that's like 3 or 4 people in a year if you did it in a year. Right? Wow.
Well, yeah. Let me see if I can get access to the interior. So it's getting all mocked up. We're doing door panels, seats. We got mock up gauges from Dakota Digital right there. We have all the AC from Vintage Chair already mocked up, situated in place with some of the door panels.
Yeah, it looks like you got your door panels work in progress. So what kind of power plant, what kind of drivetrain? You mentioned suspension, but tell us about what's going to drive this beautiful Monique.
Let's go back there. I'm using a 383 stroker that I had sitting in my shop for about a few years.
Nice.
And I really wanted to use. I know everybody likes LS engines.
Yep.
You know, myself especially. But I think this is gonna be pretty cool for Monique.
Wow.
This is what we're looking at right now.
Look at that serpentine. Oh man. And so
tell Eddie Motorsports. Eddie Motorsports. They're every car that we build, I would say 85% of the cars that we build here. Well, I mean, you can see more motors right there. But Eddie Motorsports, it's one of the best.
So you guys buy a long block that's, spec'd out by your requirements, and then you put a top end on, or decide what kind of carburation or supercharge or so on and so forth? Or
yes, that's what we do. And we got on the intake, we got Phytech. Phytech, they're great.
They are awesome.
Great guys. I mean, Mike, it's an awesome man. And I mean, they spoil me doing the only red intake so far. Nobody ever had a red intake. Yeah.
Oh man, it's a monster. That is a monster intake. That thing just wow.
Yeah, it's looking good. I still need to do the bulk covers red, and it's gonna be a lot of red, but we're getting there. We're getting closer.
Wow. So what are you thinking? 550, 600 horsepower on that bad boy?
No, I think, like I say, it's for my lovely wife. So we're probably gonna be looking about, I would say 480.
Okay. A little
480. That's enough for her.
Something she can cruise in. Okay.
Yeah. Definitely.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're using a 350 transmission with a shift kit. So I think that's going to be good enough for her.
Well, that's great, man. It's good to see people, in my opinion, sticking with some of these old school blocks because, you can get so much out of them now. You're getting 400, you're almost 500 horsepower out of basically a stroke 350. And for all of us, I think that's quite enough. Right?
Yeah. I mean, you'll see what happened when we go to quarantine. I mean, it's hard to show up what you have under the hood. I mean, you can show it physically, but or people can look at it, but there is no way you can be taking off or doing donuts, burnout, stuff like that. I mean,
nobody's impressed with that.
Exactly.
And, the next guy next to you has probably got 1,000 horsepower, and he could spin his tires all day long.
Yes.
So I see a 66 Mustang back there, or
we have a 64
and a half, huh?
64 and a half
GT.
This is a complete build, and same thing. See, we bury all our providers a lot. On this one, we have a Holy Sniper throttle body. We got a block from Edinburgh. We got a crate engine from there. We got same thing, serpentine pulley kit right here.
Right.
Heady Motorsports. I work a lot with US radiators, but this Mustang it's gonna have a lot more power than Monique. Yeah, this I think we're gonna get about 550.
Wow.
And it's a cruiser. The owner, he just wants to get a cruiser.
A convertible cruiser with 550.
There we go.
4.5. You know, that's the power to weight ratio on that thing's really good. I think those Mustangs are stock about 2,700 pounds or something. So
Yeah, dentro. Un poquito. Yeah, sorry.
that's
I
okay.
lost you for a minute.
There's real work going on in that shop.
Yes. Got people behind me asking for things, but yeah,
That's okay.
we're good. So we have an Impala up there. That's 59. It's on hold a little bit for suspension work. That's a super nice Impala. I mean, people that follow me on Instagram, they can see the process.
Yeah.
All the candy paint on it. Let me see if I can get a better view from here.
You know, you don't see a lot of 59 Impalas being built. Everybody puts them back to stock. Are you building are you customizing that, or what's it?
No, it's gonna be more like a lowrider style, which
Lowrider.
is
Love
one
it.
of my last ones. No more lowriders.
Why is that?
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, a lot of chrome, and that's crazy. You can see some of the modern work over here.
Yeah, one thing about the lowriders, I kind of grew up with them in San Jose up in Northern California, and they seem to put more money in their cars than in their house. I've seen
Exactly.
the chrome alone can be $50,000, $75,000 on some of these builds, you know, or
Yes.
more.
Yep.
And
That's
they,
what-
you know, and then the systems to lift them up, and you know, you've seen that orange Cadillac a lot at Quarantine Cruise. That guy's got, wow, I can't imagine. So this is beautiful. What color are you going to paint it?
This is gonna be pearl, magenta pearl,
Oh man, I can't wait to see that.
and then we have a 1940 standard right here.
Beautiful.
There's another good project.
Love it.
Rendering it's already on my IG, so this is gonna be nice too.
I love a 40 Ford. There's something about the 40 Ford.
Something about,
Those
well, I
fenders.
mean, we're cleaning up complete new firewall.
Yep.
We're gonna do all the inner fenders. We had to redo all the engine bay in order to fit the BA with a high efficiency radiator, aluminum radiator. So we're doing a little bit of modern look on the gauges, keeping kind of the classic, but those are electronics now.
Nice. Yeah, that is a total retro look right there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's the same thing. Guy wants to drive the car like a newer car with a classic look on it.
Well, that's such an iconic car, the 1940, the fenders, the grill, those headlights at an angle, the tail lights. There's, you know, I think we all grew up coveting those, and we built the models when we were little kids. I know I did. I'm sure you did. But
Well, it was one of my favorite cars back when I first moved down here.
Yep.
And then I saw the 37 Chevys, and then I fall in love with the 37. So I got myself a 37, and that's gonna be my probably 2023 SEMA build.
Awesome. Yeah, you don't see that many Chevys back in the late 30s, even in the early 40s. They're pretty unique cars. They're great.
Yes. Yeah, we have a Porsche engine right here.
No kidding.
Porsche that we're doing. It's all there.
We'll get what, air-cooled Porsche, is it?
Very cool. Yes. This is
Is
really nice
Is
engine.
are you building a 911, a 993? What model?
This is a Targa,
Targa.
and it's right now on body work. The next one is gonna be this Porsche right here. I'm sorry that I'm getting a little bit into the European vehicles,
Oh.
but people start getting demand, and we start doing the paint, and then the owner decided to do interior. So now we're doing the interior, and then now that he saw the other engine, he wants to do the engine, make it look like this engine.
Oh my God, look at that engine. That engine is like jewelry, man.
Yeah, it looks really nice. And then we have another one. Now we have here the new real deal, which is an LS. And this one, it will go on a 51 Chevy 5-window.
Oh,
This is gonna be probably like 700 horsepower on it. This is really nice. See the airbrush work on it?
nice. I love it. Wow, that is so sweet. I just can't. Is that an LS7?
This is actually an LS2.
Oh, LS2. Okay, you don't see those that
Yeah.
often. Yeah, nice, beautiful.
Yeah, we built it last year, and it was just waiting for the owner who came back with more ideas for the truck, and now we're ready. So we'll
Good.
go back to.
Hey, don't apologize for the Porsches. We love Porsches. We got a lot of collectible investment grade Porsches here at our shop, and I'm on the steep part of the learning curve about Porsches. I'm learning every day.
Right, we'll go back to an Impala here, American Muscle. You don't see him no more doing a paint job.
So those Impalas were some of the fastest cars in the 90s, right? I mean, is this the one that was kicking everybody's butt?
Yes, the 96.
Yep.
95, 96 Impalas. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one of them. And let me go back to the here's the Targa.
Oh, there it is. Beautiful.
This is the one we're doing the all the body work. I think it's almost there to get the paint work done.
Yeah.
We're pre-fitting bumpers again. We got to make sure all the gaps, all the lines, everything fits good.
Hey, so, on these old cars, are most of your customers okay with all the extra work that it takes to get those gaps and the panels all flush better than they came out of factory? Because you spend a lot of time there, right?
Yes. I mean, I know it's very small amount of customers requiring those details, but I mean, most of the customers that we have, I would say 99%, they're coming to us for that reason.
Right.
They like the details of the gaps, the lines. They want to make sure the car looks better than factory.
Yeah. So are you flushing up a bunch of bumpers too, and debadging a lot of things? You find that's pretty common with a lot of your customers as well? Some
of the customers like to do that. Some of them they just want to go with stock, but very nice details on the lines most of the time.
Yeah.
Here's another one that we're doing all the pre-fitting before we continue with the body work. We got to make sure we pre-fit all the chrome. It's like this 58 Corvette.
Beautiful.
It's one of my favorite ones.
Oh, I know. We've got a 55 here in our shop and a 61. That looks pretty similar to the 61. I love the tail lights in the back and the dual headlights in the front. There's something super aggressive about that. That is really cool.
Yeah, this is gonna be nice. We're contemplating probably this is gonna be talking to the owner maybe for 2022 SEMA.
Nice.
So we're only doing body paint and interior. Engine work, it's almost done. But like I said, we have to pre-fit everything before we continue with the body work, and then we start doing the body work, and it's back and forth like few times pre-fitting the parts, so make sure there is no gaps there. I mean, everything looks like it belongs there.
So 2 or 3 times you assemble, disassemble, reassemble. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yep. And I don't think people understand or appreciate all that because they don't see it happening unless they're watching a car show on TV. And then you're like, oh, how maddening. You got to put it together and then take it back apart.
Yes. Yeah, we have another project right here. It's a 64 Impala with the new floors on it. It's still in diapers, this one. But yeah, we have some more work back there. There's a lot of more. That's all the dirty work back there. We have a,
Is that a 58 bus or somewhere in there? 50s?
it's a 55.
55. Okay.
That's a 55.
Nice.
That's a 55. Let me go back this way. There's the 51. That's the
Yeah.
one we're using, the LS.
Are you going to heavily customize this 51? Are you going to chop the roof or anything? Or is it?
Actually, we already have the suicide doors done.
Oh, okay.
And like I say, if let me see.
Nice. Wow. Sweet. So sweet.
And we're definitely working on bodywork still. But like I say, we always try to make sure every line, it belongs to each other. The gaps, like going all the way across, coming down.
Look how, yeah, those gaps are perfect. I mean, you use tools to make sure those gaps are.
We smoothed it out, the running boards. Originally,
Oh.
they had the ribs right here.
Yep.
So
Nice.
we make new panels, completely new panels. That's gonna be some other details on this one.
Yeah.
I have a 55 Ford.
Beautiful, by the way.
It's a nice color here.
I do. That is a bright blue. Wow.
Yes. I guess we always hit the right colors.
Right? Gorgeous.
Yeah, we're doing a little repair on the hood just to get it finished. Make sure it fits perfect the way we like. But that's another project. This is a basic project. This is nothing fancy. It's a little kid. Well, I'd say little kid because a little younger than me, but he wanna drive it.
Well, it looks better than a driver from here. It looks like you guys have done a fantastic, flawless job on that paint. Oh my gosh. Has that been rubbed out and color sanded and stuff yet? Or?
Not yet. Not
Okay.
yet. We still need to do the color sand above.
Wow. And it's already popping. Wow.
And it's all, yeah. And usually most of the work that we have a third building where we do most of the insurance work. Like this is an insurance work.
Yeah.
This belly. That's another insurance work right there. This is the whole front end paint job and getting ready to go back to the owner.
So, tell some of the folks on, that are listening and watching why shops get involved in doing insurance work. I have, I can guess, but I might be wrong. So why don't you tell us why, even though your passion's in the customs, why insurance work?
Well, everybody always got it right. But like you say, people maybe that they don't know why. I'm going to go back to the office.
Okay.
I'm gonna flip the camera. I got it right there. Insurance work, it's our bread and butter. We make it's not easy money. I mean, it's quicker work, and I mean, let's say an insurance work, a front end damage like the Mustang right there, that was 18,000. We get it done in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
A good paint job, 35,000. It takes about 6 months. So what's worth?
Yeah. Right.
What I mean?
Yeah. So I guess you got two parts of your business, right? You got this foundational bread and butter business, turn it fast, cash flow. And then you got these, large projects like custom cars, and it's probably real lumpy, right? You
Very limited your profit, to be honest. I mean, if I would be at the point like some big names that they have 50% profit already, I mean, that'll be great for me. But no, I mean, our profit is still very, very little.
Yeah.
But it's the pleasure of people admiring your work. I think that's my payoff right now.
Great to hear that.
I would like to have the day where we can go on a better motivation, which is more profit, right?
Yeah.
But that's the difference between the insurance and the custom work.
Right. Well, I'm glad you explained that, because I think there's a lot of people that don't understand what it takes, right, to have the opportunity to do this high-end work that you're doing. And I'm glad you explained that. So thank you.
No,
that was
thank
huge. Hey, so Monique, do you have a rendering in your office before we switch gears?
Let me see if I can get it down here.
Or on your computer or whatever. I mean,
no, let me see. Give me a probably
yeah.
second. It probably will pop up.
Hey, while you do that, I'm going to give a shout out to our next other advertiser, or other sponsor, Wicked Mobile Detailing. Wicked's a luxury mobile detailing service that honestly does it all right here in Southern California. They do paint restoration, obvious detailing, paint correction, and they're right here in Orange County. They specialize in high-end paint protection, self-healing ceramic, and graphene coatings, clear bra, and other services. Check out their YouTube channel, Wicked Automotive Detailing, and see their professionalism, perfection, and unbeatable customer service, which you can always expect from a Wicked service. Contact them at 617-901-1417 and give your car the devilish good looks it deserves.
Nice.
So
let me see. It's on. Let me see if you guys can appreciate it. There is a lot of renderings, different angles on my Instagram, but hopefully you guys.
Oh, there she is. Yeah. Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, we're doing red interior, red bedwood.
Yeah, so you got some. It's like a redwood bed, huh? Cool.
Yes. Yeah, it's gonna be something different.
The grill is most notably different. It's, and that was one of the things that I think is signature about your blue 57 truck that you showed me the other day. That grill, it just pops. When I see it, I said, hey, there's Ricardo's truck. It stands out like a signature. But I think the same thing is true with Monique. You can see her a mile away.
I have to say this. I got the idea on the mash, on the background mash, from great fabricator down in North California. His name is slipped out of my mind.
That's okay.
I promise to share that, but I do share his beautiful work that he did on that match for me. He made the design before already for a truck that he built. And okay. I mean, to me, it was kind of cool to ask him if it was okay for me and to use it. And he was, yeah, well, I'm actually selling them. And I said, all right, well, let's get one for Monique. But yeah, I haven't seen it on any other truck.
I haven't either. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, it's a lot of work to do the cutting on those grills. So
you're starting over from scratch there, but I'll tell you what, it's well worth it, man. So,
oh yeah.
Hey, let's switch gears a little bit. I mean, one thing I notice about you when I see you at the shows and stuff, your wife's usually there. She wasn't at the last cruise, but she's there a lot. I see her at all the shows you go to, and she just seems like she's such an integral part. Not last weekend, your wife wasn't there, but I saw your son there. So it looks like family is super important. How involved are they, and what does it mean to have the support of your family in doing what you do?
I mean, I guess it's the key number one in any industry. I think every man or woman, we need someone backing up our projects, our dreams. And well, this is the point right here where she's been always there for me, supporting me in every new project that I wanted to do, because I done so many cars and never get one done for her. So this is my reward for her.
Awesome.
So, but yeah, it's very important. I think family is very important, and especially if they're always there for you.
Well, I tell you what, when I did some work in a different industry many moons ago, and I had a chance to get down to Mexico, and they were making fabric for us in these production facilities. And after we worked that day, we'd go to their huge like ranch, and everybody went there, not just the families, but the people that worked there. And I thought, wow, that culture, family is so important. And I think it's a great reminder for all of us that, hey, we're doing what we love, but there's a big sacrifice. And when people like your wife and your family are part of it, that makes it worth it. You know what I mean?
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
So you told us a little bit about, when I talked to you this morning about your grandfather, that, you kind of quoted him. Was your grandfather one of your early influences, in breaking into this car fab madness, or who would you, shout out to?
Well, basically, my grandpa, he used to own a big company of foreign buses, in the city.
Yeah.
And he started having trouble with the repairs, the mechanical work. So my father, he used to work for him too, and it was the same thing. So he decided to start his own mechanic shop, my dad.
Yeah.
So basically, we're coming from mechanics, but my uncle, he's the one start doing all the body and paint and repairs on the buses. And I'm talking 1940s, 1950s. That's when they started.
Wow.
So that's what I say. So I grew up in that industry. But my grandpa, I think it was the pioneer on this. And what I love about him and what we learned from him is that being disciplined and the constancy of doing what you're doing. And I mean, no matter what, don't stop. Just keep going, And if you love it, I mean, chase your dream.
Right. Yeah. I mean, isn't it great? I mean, we have these influences, and so many of our guests, like yourself, have had a variety of influences from fathers. We had a race car driver on recently, and she told us it was her mother. But I've had guests on that told us they got dropped off at the racetrack on Saturday morning before the racetrack opened, like Carson Lev. Mother dropped him off there, and some of the great race car drivers in racing history mentored him and took him under his wing because he was there all day. So I think the most important thing is being around the right people that are willing to take the time and share with you their passion.
Thank you. And I wanted to stand out my brother Paco. He's one of the biggest. I would say he's the one who motivated me to get more deeper into this.
No kidding.
And he was my mentor on doing body and paint, and I learned from him. To me, until today, he's the master on the candy paints, on any paint job. But I mean, talking about candy paint jobs,
he's the man.
Is the man. Yes.
Hey, so give a shout out to his business. He's in Los Angeles area as well, right?
No, Huntington Beach.
Huntington Beach. Okay.
He's down in Huntington Beach. He got a really nice shop. His shop is like a museum.
Yeah.
But he do actual work too. I mean,
he just makes it look like there's no work. What's the name of his shop?
It's Paco Classic Customs.
Paco's Classic Customs. All right, for all you guys that need candy paint jobs or high-end paint, you head on down there, and he'll show you how to use gold flake, if you know what that is. Maybe some of you young people don't know, but that's the stuff we put on those race cars with the lettering, okay? But that's got to go in that candy, right?
Under the clear.
Yeah, it's under the clear. That's right. So anyway, very complex paint. So great. I'm glad that Paco's an integral part of still your life today, and that he mentored you. It sounds like you guys did this together. You both were courageous to come to the States. So you mentioned that, so you think the plan is to have Monique ready for SEMA 2021. Going to be a great reveal. Are you going to have your own booth? Are you going to be part of another booth, or is this just part of Battle of the Builders?
No, so I mean we're so far our Battle of the Builders already participants, but we're sharing the booth with MagnaFlow. MagnaFlow actually he's sponsoring the spot for us.
Oh, okay. We're
so happy to be part of their SEMA booth, and they're sharing with I don't know if I can say this, but this morning they told me I think Kevin Hart is going to be sharing with us too.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
That's a great news.
Yeah.
And few other, they always have good celebrities there. So
Well,
I'm happy to turn their head and look for us. You know,
congratulations. We'll be there. We're going to try to do some live streaming our show here, SoCal Car Scene. We're going to get out there and do some live streaming if they let us get out and press the flesh, if you will. We just got to wait for a few politicians to give us the green light. That's huge. Congratulations. You're in great company. MagnaFlow, awesome. One of the best, if not the best, in the muffler and exhaust system. And then, of course, Kevin Hart, I can't think of anybody entertainer-wise. It's more genuine and thoughtful and an integral part of the car community. We see him at the quarantine cruises on occasion. He sneaks by once in a while, if you know what I mean. So, hey, congrats on that. Do you have any expansion plans or future plans for your business? Are you just trying not to get too big? Anything along those lines?
Well, actually, I went from big to little. I used to have 3 buildings, one next to the other one here on Alameda, where we at.
Yep.
Used to have about, I would say, probably 50 to 60 cars working at the same time.
No kidding.
It was crazy. Yes. I went down. Now, with the small amount of cars that we have, I probably do way better than back in those days.
Yeah.
And my delivery time, it's a lot better.
Yeah.
My quality, it's a lot better. We focus more on every project. But yes, we have a plan. Hopefully it goes through by the end of the year, expand a little bit.
Gotcha. Well, we learn a lot from burger joints, right? Like In-N-Out. Like they're so slow to expand, but I think they're incredibly careful about making sure they can deliver on that brand promise each and every time and have consistency and expectations on the part of their customers. So it's the same kind of thing. Like you've scaled back to do what you love and deliver high quality, and with a signature look and feel. But you don't want to get too big and lose that ability to deliver that every time.
Yes, no, definitely. That's what I say. We went from big to small. I didn't, like I told you earlier, or you mentioned it too. I was on every magazine back in 2000. It was, I don't remember exactly, but on the internet, you Google my name and pop up a lot of paint jobs, nice cars that I used to build.
Yeah.
That was nice, but like I said, it was a big headache every day. So.
Yeah. So you got a lot of recognition, but a lot of stress and a lot less sleep. And
now it's the other way around. Believe me, I enjoy doing this.
Oh, great. Great to hear. All right. Well, listen, so we're going to have to wrap because we're about to run out of time. Thanks for taking us out in the shop. That was huge. I think people really enjoy looking at stuff that's work in progress because like you said, it's real work going on in your shop there. And so how do people find out more about you, Ricardo, or Customs by Lopez? What's the best place for them to go check you out, if you will?
Right now, the best place is going to be Instagram. So they can get all our information there. Or, pretty simple, Google Customs by Lopez Auto Body.
Okay.
They find us there.
And Instagram is at Customs by Lopez, is it?
Customs by Lopez.
Okay. Yeah. So, it's great that people have a chance to meet you, get to know your story today. And we just can't thank you enough. It's a great story. And we can't wait to see what you do moving forward, including SEMA and the years to follow, my friend. So that was a great ride. Thanks a lot.
No, thank you guys. Thanks for the inviting. I really, really appreciate it. I can thank you guys enough for this day. And stay tuned.
Awesome. Hey, and for those of you watching us today, don't forget all of our episodes are on our YouTube channel, The SoCal Car Scene, all separate words, where you can see videos of our awesome guests like Ricardo. Please watch, follow, and most importantly, subscribe. That's the most important part, so you never miss an episode. If you prefer to listen to these episodes, go to all your favorite podcast platforms like Apple iTunes, Stitcher, Buzzsprout, Google Play, and the SoCal Car Storage /SoCal Car Scene page. Thank you so much for listening and watching. And hey, that's a wrap.